All right, world, how you doing? It's the Edi Johnston Bit. Welcome to the Spin the Wheel podcast. And this is episode number 1. It's me spinny wheel, some questions, some of them silly, some of them serious, and some guests. And we'll see exactly where the wheel takes us. Today's guest for episode number 1 is the man they call Hobbit. Now, Hobbit, if you don't know, is a World Champion Beatboxer. He's part of the Beatbox Collective. He's a leading light in terms of certainly British beatboxing and across the world as well. He judges battles all over the place. He's been a Loopstation champion. He's been a team champion. He's battled against all kinds of different people. And I mean, it's fairly safe to say if you know a beatboxer, it's highly likely that Hobbit knows them as well. I've known him for a number of years. I was in a band with him for quite a few. So, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but it should be fun finding out. Okay, let's get on with the show. Hey, Hobbit, how's it going?
Hello, Eddie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well. I am very well. It has been a long time, my man.
Yes, it has. It has indeed. But
so let's get down to some basics. Let's get right down to it. I've known you for a little while. So these are the basic things that you need to know about Hobbit if you don't know already. Professional beatboxer.
Yep.
Question: does it say that on your passport?
Yeah, it does. It's in the small print on the back corner. That's on a sticker that I put on myself, but it's on.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're in London.
Yes.
North London, somewhere around that neck of the woods.
Somewhere around, kind of just outside of the inner city now, because hey, I've retired, so why not?
What do you mean you've retired?
Well, it's 2020 was my retirement year, apparently. not by choice.
Okay, fair enough. And so you've headed out into the leafy suburbs.
Yeah, exactly. Where all the old people and families live, and then we've kind of here comes the neighbourhood with us.
You reduce the average age considerably. In the area now.
Definitely by 200%, I think.
Okay, nice. But you're not originally a London boy. Originally from the Shire, yes?
I am from the Shire. I'm from a Shire, Gloucestershire. Yes.
Nice. And round about 5 foot in height.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Say, yeah.
I'm sure I saw that on a lyric somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere, some great, amazing band.
Yeah. And last thing on my notes, obviously, an animal lover.
Yeah.
I don't know quite where that's. Cats you've got?
I've got a cat, yeah, Gizmo, the Wonder Cat, who's the basically my child, mine and my partner's child.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Right. So there we go. That's the basics. Everything covered. All of the standard questions that you normally get. So we're going to get straight into it. The way this works, nice and simple. I've got a bunch of questions on my spinny wheel. You've seen these in IKEA. Everyone wants one. No one really knows quite what to do with it. So I figured, why not? So we're going to give it a few spins.
Yes.
And see exactly what it ends up on. You ready for this? Let's see.
Can't wait.
Big old spin. Where's it going to end up? I thought we'd go big early doors. It's gone to question number 16, which says, if you had an evening at home on your own with no calls, socials, or chats to disturb you, what would be your go-to film or TV program?
Do you know what? I was talking about this with my housemate yesterday, and so I can't enjoy TV by myself because we share, me and my partner Sonali, we share a TV. So if I watch something that she's interested in, then that's it. I might as well move out because I've ruined everything.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, I finished that episode, and it's like, oh, but I didn't, and then you have to catch up. But anyway, so I'll kind of go to at the moment to like wind down and chill after a long day has been true crime dramas, mainly about like murder investigations and things like that. Recently watched The Night Stalker, which is highly recommended on Netflix. Quite dark, but very interesting. And it's like a whodunit, and it's are they going to get the person? So I think my kind of go-to at the moment, for whatever reason, I'm going to blame coronavirus. But my go-to at the moment is true crime documentary. Sorry.
Nice. Okay, so we're going with more the documentary rather than the drama style.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I've tried whatever it's called, the CSI, is it?
Oh yeah.
As epic as that is, with all its bells and whistles and Americanisms, I can't deal with it.
I tell you what, then, because we're all in a similar situation where we're watching the world unfold in front of our eyes. And so I'm in a situation, similar kind of thing, where you watching the same thing as your other half. And we've decided there are two main categories in our house. It's either murder or cake. It's one or the other. So
solid. Don't get them mixed up.
No, don't get. I mean, there's a show. But yeah, no. It was How to Get Away with Murder for quite a while. That's good. If you haven't seen that on Netflix,
that is a good show. Actually,
yeah. Or Junior Bake Off. So you got to get your expectations right. Right. Okay. So we've discovered then it's generally true crimes. Because when we used to hang out quite a lot, it was pretty much Simpsons was the go-to.
Yep, that's still high on the list. In fact, I did sign up to Disney Plus, which has all the Simpsons on there.
Nice.
So we've delved into the Disney side of things, which I don't mind. There's some absolute rubbish on there, like Lion King 3. Don't recommend it.
Really?
Yeah, awful.
Whoa, hold on. Wind. So hang on. Like Lion King 1, Mufasa dies, Simba becomes king. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And then Lion King 2, I didn't know there was a second.
Yeah, I think Lion King 2, I might be mixing them up, but I think Lion King 2 is Simba's Scar's nephew, who falls in love with Simba's daughter.
Okay. Right. Okay. So we've gone full Romeo and Juliet on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice cross. Okay. Yeah. And then Lion King 3.
I can't remember. It was so bad.
It was that bad. Okay.
But there is a Lion King 1.5, which is the story of Timon
you're
and
blowing
Pumbaa
my mind right now.
That you don't get to see. So it's like what they did. Like the whole montage when Simba goes in, like lives with Timon and Pumbaa in the jungle in Lion King 1. In Lion King 1.5, it breaks down that montage, so you actually see the life of what that was like for them, and it's good.
Okay. I think we've gone as far into that as we actually ever need to.
Yeah, just give me a call, anyone who wants to know about weird Disney sequels.
About Disney sequels, then hit him up. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
I've said too much already.
I think it's probably fair. Right. Okay. We're going to go for another spin. Should we do another spin? Let's do another spin. Let's get off this quickly.
Get me out of here.
Okay. Number 2. Right. Let's see what we get. Okay. We got number 21.
Ooh.
Right. Just because of the fact it's me. Number 21. There's a song involved.
Which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite hob? Which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite hob?
So that's essentially the question. Which is your favourite hob? You can tell we spent a lot of time at home right now, right?
Yeah. So, there's a little story to my favourite hob at the moment. I recently moved house and I've moved in. So I've always had... Oh, my light just died. That's all right. I've always had gas hobs and a gas cooker. And you get used to cooking on a gas cooker because you know you can see the heat, you feel it, and you know that if it's really full on, you burn or boil something, or if it's really low.
Yeah, go.
So I've now moved into a house that has a convection thingy electric hob.
Yeah.
And it is a nightmare to cook on. It's taken me about 3 months to learn how to cook anything on it.
Pain is real.
Yes, the pain is real. And, but it turns out that my favorite hob is the one that I use the most when every morning I have porridge. I've become a big porridge nerd. I've had it every day for about a year and a half now. For some weird reason, I've become addicted to it.
Okay,
but front left hob is the one for cooking porridge in the morning.
Mate, is the right answer. Front left is always the correct answer as far as I'm concerned.
See?
I've played that song a few times and had some people with other answers, and the response is, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way to go about it.
Exactly. So yeah, front left. Much like if you go to a gig and you're trying to find your friends, you're like, I'll be front left all the time. It works the same for hobs.
Okay,
so
nice.
There you go.
Well, I'm glad you gave me that answer. I was wondering if that question did come up, if you were going to go some kind of weird my sister, and you were going to go with no, good, straight down the line, it, nice, right.
Never involve the family. Always go with the cooker.
So, I'm not sure that's a motto for life, but anyway, right.
Oh, I've just had it tattooed on myself. So,
speaking of which, you are a tattooed man.
I am
now
trying to get in the Guinness World Records.
I remember when you got your first couple of tattoos, and they were sporadic. I have a feeling there may be one or two more by this point.
There's a lot.
We're not quite the sleeve, but we're getting there, right?
Yeah, I'm filling up. You know, I've even got my name. I've even got my name on my arm, just in case I forget.
Well, do you know what? Maybe if you get into one of those CSI murder things, at least if you haven't got your wallet, they'll have a vague understanding of who you might be. Next spin, let's go. I'm going to go a little bit more casual on this one.
Okay. Oh, that
Don't know why.
Very casual.
It was. Okay, what's this one? Okay. This is number 20. Tell me about one specific highlight that sticks in your memory from your childhood.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Well, you see, we go from the daft to the slightly less daft.
Yeah. One memory that sticks in my head, being a child. All right. I could go anywhere with this, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I know.
Me and my sister and my sister's friend created a band. We were in a little band, and we were called, oh gosh, I've completely forgot. Instincts. That's what we were called. Instincts.
Nice. Solid.
And we played songs. So I played drums on the piano stool, which was a leather piano stool.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it was a very one-toned drum, but it kept the rhythm. My sister played lead keys, and I think
did she?
Yeah. Sorry, no. She played rhythm, as in the main part, and then her friend played the top line kind of lead, I guess. Okay. And I don't think there was any singing. It was just absolute instrumental bangers. And I think a lot of them we thought maybe were original, but actually turns out some of them were probably stolen. I think one of them was the song from Big that he plays on the piano.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But a more bluesy, jazzy version, because
of course.
Why not?
Yeah.
But there were a couple of original songs on there. I mean, I'd have to find. I'm pretty sure we have a cassette tape of it somewhere. I can probably find and put it on Spotify or not.
Nice. Yep. Okay. Well, that's something I didn't know about you. Certainly.
Yeah.
Original djembe / piano stool.
Yeah.
Was the origins to the drumming? Because you played drums at school and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it started off on pots and pans, and then the leather piano stool.
Well, naturally, there's the progression. We all go through it. Yeah.
Instant progression.
Yeah, we know.
And then at school, when I was at school, music lessons were awful. I had really bad music teachers, and the only good thing about a music lesson was the keyboard with the demo button, and then the DJ, all of that. All like those keys that you just kept playing and annoying the teachers until they
you
turned
are
off the power and
resonating
said,
with so many people right now.
Right, you've ruined it. No more keyboard time. And you're like, oh, anyway. But the one good thing about that music class was there was like a little side room that had a few amps and a drum kit, and the teachers let me and a few friends in our break times, if we wanted to stay in there and mess around and play drums. So I kind of self-taught myself drums through a friend who could also play a bit. and just ended up playing there. And then I was in a Green Day cover band at school. I forget what we were called. Probably Blue Day or something stupid.
Green Days with a Z.
Yeah, Green Day.
Something like that.
Yeah. The Green Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, we played a few assemblies and whatnot. It was that. And then I found beatboxing. So natural progression for most beatboxers there.
Yeah. But we always used to joke about the fact that me being a PE teacher and you messing around in your PE lessons. We always used to joke about the fact that if you were in my PE lessons, maybe you wouldn't have found beatboxing. So maybe through the fact that your teachers weren't quite as engaging as me, maybe that's
exactly.
See, if we'd have met earlier, if I'd have actually been teaching you, then maybe you would end up where you are now. Maybe. What would you be doing instead? What would you do if you weren't beatboxing?
What would I have done? In school, in high school, there was like a careers what's the word, like assessment type evaluation. Where we had a form and you had to fill in, what do you like? Do you like bricks? Do you like plumbing, like water? Do you like electrics? And it's like, I see where this is going.
Are you good with animals? Yeah.
Exactly. And then you tick one off and then it's like, oh, you're going to be a shelf stacker or whatever it is. And yeah, so I was potentially going to be an electrician, and then I had started doing computer stuff, and then I fobbed it all off and started being a musician.
Nice. Obviously, I want to make things a little bit random. I want to make it so that we can go anywhere. But at the same time, there's certain questions that I want to find out about. So I'm kind of calling it 5 spins and a fix. Let's see where we're going. Do I like the look of that one? Nope. Hey, there it is. Yep, no one saw.
Sorry, I was turned around. What happened?
Strangely enough, it's ended up on a question that I quite like, which is, tell me a story about your best shoes. That's it.
Great question.
Yep.
My best shoes. It sounds like a kid's book, doesn't it? I've got a lot of pairs of shoes. I've kind of semi-downgraded them recently, much to my partner's joy, that I've got rid of some.
I was going to say, was the whole house move, was that part of the process?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, wait, you have more boxes. Where were they? But you know, they're all stage shoes. So what can I say? Taxable. In where I grew up in Gloucester City, there was like a docks, and they redeveloped it, and it became like a kind of outlet village type thing. And there was a Nike outlet store that opened there, and I went there on a whim, and then I was like, oh, these shoes are cool. They were a pair of Nike Air Max, and they were like patterned like ice blue, dark blue, and grey, and they had like white dots, and that I thought those were really cool. They'd look really good on stage. Nice. So I bought those, and then and they were like 40 quid or something. You know, being an outlet village, cheap shoes. And so I wore them a bit, didn't wear them too much, wore them on stage a couple of times. Then I went to New Zealand for a few months to live there with a friend of mine, and took those shoes, and we ended up going to a music festival called Rhythm and Vines, which is really nice music festival, beautiful weather. It was in December, which is their summer. But on the Sunday, it absolutely caned it down with rain. And I was wearing these white ice blue shoes and anyway, we got really wet and really muddy, and we ended up just dancing and just having a good time, and they were ruined, and I was kind of upset. I tried to clean them. I got a bit more life out of them, but I think I threw them away when I left back to England. Anyway, I wasn't so much of a trainer collector then, but now I've become more of getting into the kind of scene and knowing what values of stuff are. Yeah. Those shoes are now like fresh, not even box fresh, like kind of semi-used, but are on eBay for like $5,000.
No.
Yes, they're really rare. They're part of the Atmos range, which are very highly collectible, and I ruined them.
And you ruined them because they were just a pair of shoes, right?
Exactly. But I did. They were my best shoes at the time. So if I hadn't worn those shoes, I maybe wouldn't have had such a good time. So
maybe balance it out. Who knows?
I mean, last year was very hard to buy shoes because of no excuse for them needing to be worn on stage. And
well, there's that. Yeah.
And I mean, majority of live streams I'm doing, I'm probably not wearing shoes, or maybe trousers for that matter. But yeah, so I've definitely slimmed down the collection, but with scope to build it back up once.
Nice.
Once this is done.
And you are aware of the fact that as you get older in life, then your capability to buy shoes will reduce, simply on the grounds of you don't have the excuses anymore.
Not sure I know what you're on about, but
I got so many pairs of shoes, which my missus is kind of like, do you need those? Yeah, I need those for when I play basketball inside. Well, I thought you had a pair of basketball shoes. Yeah, but that's for when I play basketball outside. What? You need different? Yeah, I need different shoes for that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And you need ones, you can only wear one pair for like half the week because you need to, especially if you're playing sports, you need to leave them to air and then you wear the other ones and then vice versa, So
I agree with you on that. However, Hobbit, just so you know, playing Call of Duty is not classed as sports.
What? It is.
Yeah, I know. You can't get away with it. Yeah. Let's spin a wheel. Yeah. Right, where were you?
Spin the wheel.
Don't know whether it's going to be serious. Don't know whether it's going to be daft. Tell me about a special place to you.
Oh.
Yes. You can go all kinds of different places.
Do you take it like in a realistic sense of an actual place that, like a location or a place like my, special places being on stage or something? But I'm going to go with an actual location because I haven't been able to go anywhere in a year, nearly. It will be. So I'd like to reminisce about a nice place. Pretty much the last place I went to was in February. So we're now on it's nearly been a year since I've traveled anywhere. My very special place to me is New York City. I've been there many, many times for different reasons, and it's kind of opened my eyes as a musician because the vibe there is so different. The energy is very different. There's a lot of amazing like energy and people there who just want to collaborate and let you stay at their place and feed you and take you around and host you, which is I find a really beautiful thing. But yeah, I've just had some amazing times there. Met some lifelong friends that I still speak to very regularly and see very regularly, and I've just done some really fun and interesting things there, and I find it if I could live anywhere else in the world, I'd probably go and live there if I could.
Cool, man. Yeah, I went to New York on my own a couple of years ago, and I think I remember telling you because you hit me up with some places to go and stuff to do and things. And it's an amazing place to just kind of discover. It is the kind of place I want to go back to. I mentioned earlier on, my wife, she hated it when she went to New York, really didn't like it. So she keeps going, no, I don't want to go there. But hopefully at some stage we might head back there and maybe catch up with some stuff that she hadn't seen. Or look, I guess it's one of those things. Yeah, anywhere you go in the world can be seen differently through different people's eyes, can't it?
100%. And I think you made an interesting point where it's like you went by yourself, and I feel like New York's one of those cities where you can go on a solo trip and have an amazing time and
it was brilliant.
Just discover things. But then also, we went. Me and my partner went together about 2 years ago, I think, when I took her, and it's such a nice feeling going somewhere you've been before and being like, no, we have to go here. It's super cool. And then we go to this and do that. And then like, oh yeah, we're going to go for dinner with these people and then go see a show with them. And then it's like, I think if you can bring that experience, no matter where it is in the world, where you've been and you've had an experience and you want to take someone who's close to you, whether it's a partner or a close friend, and then you can show them your experience and bring them in a different way. I think that justifies a special place.
Yeah, definitely. Cool answer, man. Like that one. Right, thanks. Last spin. Are you ready? Here we go. Last one. Right, okay. Let's finish off with this one. Favorite school subject?
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, we're going back in time.
My favorite school subject was not probably what people think of it being music. As I mentioned before, I didn't enjoy music at school. It was awful.
Me neither.
The academic way of definitely in my day was not a great way of teaching music. I don't think there were elements of it, but anyway, my favorite subject was history.
Really?
I really loved history.
Did not know that.
Yeah, there was something about it. Obviously, there was. I think I've just in general enjoy history.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of delve into a lot of historical subjects and learning more. Obviously, it's become way more easier now. The internet is a thing. We kind of just about had internet when I was at school. Well, we did have it, but I mean access to it. And obviously, there was a lot of kind of whitewashing in the history that we learned, but it definitely made me want to look in, discover more about stuff. And I think that comes in tow with traveling as well. When I'm traveling places, I want to know about the place, learn about kind of things that have happened there, and kind of speak to people and learn about the country. And I found that with history at school, some of the stuff that we learned, I was just like, wow, it's really crazy that there was a war that happened 30 years ago, 60 years ago, sorry. A massive world war. And it's now we're just here, just chilling and learning about it, nothing's happened. But things like that really fascinated me. And then when you delve back into other countries' histories, and then all about kind of all the wrongs that have happened as well as all the amazing feats of history, and the revolutions that have happened. And I think more it still kind of resonates with me now. And we've been watching loads. We've become addicted to America at the moment. I think it's season 7 now, whatever it is. There's a new president or something. I'm not sure who the actor is, but but yeah, we've been following loads about it, and the whole we've watched reading lots about Trump and his history, and loads of this really weird and interesting stuff, and then the history of different presidents, and all this kind of stuff. And I just get fascinated by it. I think it's really interesting.
It was when they brought Hamilton onto Disney, and I sat down and watched Hamilton. I found out loads about American history through watching this hip hop musical. I was like, oh, okay. Yes. So he was, and then he was, really bizarre. I found it was a really weird way of starting to learn about the American Civil War. It was really strange, but at the same time, it was great.
Exactly. And I think there's a lot of that going on. And I saw a post. I'm quite a big Redditor. I love Reddit. But somebody did a post, and they've done a study in America. This is kind of not so much about history, but about current affairs and recent history and stuff. Most people are learning due to these news comedy programs, like the Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. The reason that people are getting so engrossed into politics, into news, into finding out about history stuff is due to these and other platforms like Vice. Vice's YouTube channel have some really incredible videos just about quite some really dark subjects of what Great Britain did in terms of their colonization of the world and what they did, but then also some really interesting, more lighthearted stuff. And all these things are what was making people learn. So, I think lockdown, as crazy as it's been, it's helping people learn, I guess, in a way. Well,
it's good that you're able to still link into your education, I suppose, even from this far away from when you were at school or whatever. So that was the wheel spun for you. How was it? How did you enjoy it?
I felt like I was on some sort of game show. It was quite exciting.
Well, it's the kind of atmosphere I like to try to create.
I just I'd say for next time I'd like the Hobbit, come on down.
Okay,
that would be a great intro.
We can sort it next time at some stage or other. I'll change the questions. We'll sort something in the future.
Yeah, let's do part 2. I'd love to do a part 2.
So in terms of you, where you're at, obviously in your house, but anything to plug at the minute, and how can people find you online?
So I'm currently taking 2021 as everyone else is taking 2021. what is going on. But keeping myself busy by hosting and co-hosting a show called Lockdown Your Aerial, which we're kind of taking a little bit of a sabbatical on, but we have some special shows coming up, as well as our educational offset called School of Lockdown, where we're doing masterclasses for artists and facilitators. So basically a lot of streaming, really.
And how can people find you?
Please come and check me out. I am at Beatbox Hobbit on pretty much everything, and then beatboxhobbit.com, the website. And yeah, come say hello, give me a wave, give me a poke or a nudge, whatever
They call it these days.
Yeah. And come say hello.
Hobbit, been a superstar as per usual. I'll see you later. Cheers for spinning the wheel.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
So that was the Spin the Wheel podcast, episode number 1. It's in the can. It's out of the way. Thank you to the man they call Hobbit for joining me. It was lovely to have a chat with him. I hope you had a little bit of insight into him, his life, and his loves and laughs and all the rest of that malarkey. We'll be back with the Spin the Wheel podcast. Don't forget, click like, subscribe, tell your friends, pass it on, share it around, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you again for Spin the Wheel. Bye-bye now.